Hey y'all, welcome to Love Grind. I'm Ebony, your host, and I'm so glad that you decided to join me tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about sexless self-recovery after a breakup. All right, real talk. We're going to talk about having no sex during that healing period, and nobody tells you how bad you're going to need the D or the cat, but you do. Let's talk about it. Sexless recovery after breakup. Yeah, we're going to go there. Because let's be honest, the first thing people tell you after a split is, just hook up with someone new. It'll make you feel better. Newsflash, love bugs, that's not healing. That's a distraction and better lighting. Damn right. The lie about the rebound. Let's talk about the myths and the lies about rebounds. We live in this hookup culture, right? Where the cure for heartbreak is to get back out there fast. Your friends might even cheer you on. But here's the truth. Sometimes the idea of sleeping with someone new feels gross, feels heavy, or straight up exhausting. For me, very scary. You gotta figure out what someone else likes, and you're not used to that. And you know what? That's okay. You're not lame. You're not broken. You're actually respecting yourself more than half of people rushing into messy rebounds. Because eventually they get messy. Let's talk about science and not having any sex during your recovery. A couple of facts so you don't think this is just my opinion talking. A study in the Journal of Positive Psychology found that 71% of people actually grow after a breakup, and not because they jumped into bed with someone else. The growth came from slowing down, reflecting, and doing the uncomfortable work of sitting with yourself. That you were half of the problem, and that's why you are going through this heartbreak and this suffering. It's because something about you and that person didn't mesh, and maybe it's something that you need to fix so you can go into your next relationship happy. So that's really hard to do, to sit with yourself. Healing without sex isn't weird. It's literally what helps most people level up after a breakup. Why does going sexless work? Why do I have to have sex or not have sex to go on this self-recovery mission? That's a power move in itself. Let's talk about that. You stop handing out free access. After a breakup, your energy is fragile. Jumping into sex too fast is like giving someone your Netflix password on the first date. It's unnecessary and it's risky. You don't know if that person might cling on to you. Just don't do it. You don't confuse your brain. Sex releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. We talked about that several times here on Love Grind. If you're still in pain, that bond just makes it easier to get tangled in situationships you don't even want. You want to lay down and sleep with someone so badly, you just date anybody and it might be Freaky Friday. Be careful. You get to hear your own voice again. Without the noise of hookups or texting randoms, you get to ask, what do I even want now, right? And the answer is usually way deeper than just sex. Like, I need somebody with some goals. I need a man who goes to work. Somebody who is more than just out of the bed, right? And so that's something seriously you really want to think about during this time. Think of this phase like a detox. Not because sex is bad, but because your system needs to reset before you invite someone new into it, especially for women. You know, we definitely need to make sure we're being careful with who we let inside of our bodies. How do we actually do it? All right, so how do you make this sexless recovery work? Date yourself. I'm serious. Take yourself out. Binge the shows you like. Stop waiting for someone else to create your joy. When I first had broken up and I was sitting at Taco Bell by myself, I was like, I'm such a loser. I'm sitting here by myself and he's out enjoying his time with somebody else. And it felt like that for quite some time. But then after a while, first of all, I stopped eating in there by myself, but I said, oh, how exciting. I get to get what I want and not spend all this money. And that made me happy. So it takes time, but you'll get through it. You can move your body. And no, not just for the revenge body, but move because energy gets stuck in your body when you're heartbroken. Sweat it out, right? Dance in your room, go swimming, punch a bag, whatever helps. Rituals help too, love bugs. Write that angry letter and burn it. Box up their stuff. Delete the playlist. Your brain needs closure cues. Damn right, I still have the pictures and the videos in my phone, and Google loves to remind me of my memories. And if you erase those and sweep those corners out, you don't have to worry about those triggers that you'll get once in a while. Get in touch without sex. Hug other people, like hug your friends, and get a massage. Cuddle your dog. You don't need to sleep with someone to feel connected. So here's the real. Sexless recovery isn't about punishment or being a nun or a priest. It's about taking your damn power back. Because healing isn't about how many people you can line up in your bed. Healing is about how honest you can get with yourself in the quiet. And if you can do that, you can come back stronger, sharper, and way harder to break next time. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight on Love Grind. Share this with a friend who keeps saying shit like, I just need a rebound. No, you don't. You need a reset. I hope you learned something tonight. I know that I did. It's hard to not have any sex. It's a desire that we all want once in a while. But what you want more is to know yourself and to know your worth. All right? So treat all of your decisions this week with empathy. And until next time, I'm out.